The consequence of cursing Israel and Jews. Genesis 12:3 I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. What happened to Assyria and Babylon? Both of them were the most powerful empires in their time. They attacked Israel and Jews. Babylon conquered Assyria. Babylon was conquered by Persian Empire. 2 Kings 19:35 That night the angel of Lord Yahweh Jehovah went out and put to death 185,000 in the Assyrian camp. When the people got up the next morning there were all the dead bodies. Don't get it wrong. God doesn't have favorite people. He sees everybody the same. Galatians 3:28 There is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither slave nor free, there is no male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Judges 2:12-23 They forsook the Lord, the God of their ancestors, who had brought them out of Egypt. They followed and worshipped various gods of the peoples around them. They aroused the Lord's anger because they forsook him and served Baal and the Ashtoreths. In his anger against Israel the Lord gave them into the hands of raiders who plundered them. He sold them into the hands of their enemies all around, whom they were no longer able to resist. Whenever Israel went out to fight, the hand of the Lord was against them to defeat them, just as he had sworn to them. They were in great distress. Then the Lord raised up judges, who saved them out of the hands of these raiders. Yet they would not listen to their judges but prostituted themselves to other gods and worshipped them. They quickly turned from the ways of their ancestors, who had been obedient to the Lord's commands. Whenever the Lord raised up a judge for them, he was with the judge and saved them out of the hands of their enemies as long as the judge lived, for the Lord relented because of their groaning under those who oppressed and afflicted them. But when the judge died, the people returned to ways even more corrupt than those of their ancestors, following other gods and serving and worshipping them. They refused to give up their evil practices and stubborn ways. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and said, Because this nation has violated the covenant I ordained for their ancestors and has not listened to me, I will no longer drive out before them any of the nations Joshua left when he died. I will use them to test Israel and see whether they will keep the way of the Lord and walk in it as their ancestors did. The Lord had allowed those nations to remain. He did not drive them out at once by giving them into the hands of Joshua. Most of the destruction in humanity are caused by humans. The devil tries to destroy anything related to God to avoid people from knowing anything about God, so that they can go to hell. God is just allowing the enemy to attack you if you reject him, for you to seek help from him. Without God, you don't get anything. Humans were created by God. All the plants and animals were created by him.